Oh hey, greetings. Just here in Negril, Jamaica. It is a different kind of video today. So you may know there was a whole bunch of drama that happened with the channel a while back now. At the time, I really wasn't interested in discussing it in detail. I had a lot of people hitting me up for interviews, and then I had those same people go out and kind of do hit pieces on me working with zero information. So at the time, I was just steering clear of it. I don't normally do drama. I try to keep it positive. I did my little 3-minute video on my quick explanation that a lot of things and rumors going around were completely made up and bullshit, for lack of a better term. But at the time, Irina from Jamaica with Irie did reach out as well. And I said, you know what, maybe in the future I would talk about it. So it's something that I've never really gone into detail on, but relatively recently I sat down and did a long form interview with Irina where she really dug deep and asked a lot of questions. And hopefully it provides answers to people that were curious about how all this stuff unfolded and what happened, what went wrong, some history of the channel, and interviews with a lot of interesting people and important people that were part of the channel becoming what it eventually became before it eventually got destroyed. So this video is basically a 10-minute excerpt from the documentary, just parts of it to give you a little idea about how it is. But if you want to watch the whole thing premiere, it's going to premiere Sunday evening, I believe, Jamaican time. I'll put that link there down below on Jamaica with Irie, Irina's channel. So please check it out, give her a subscribe. And I really appreciate everyone who followed the channel in the past and maybe doesn't anymore. If you're curious about the whole real story, all the details, we do go super deep. And I think Irina did a really good job, and she put a lot of hard work into, I think, telling it in a fair way. And I hope people see it and get to understand a little bit more of the backstory behind everything behind Ras Kitchen. So thanks for watching. Check out this little preview. Check out the premiere Sunday. See the link below for Jamaica with Irie. And thank you for watching.
Vital Cooking in Jamaica. This was one of the very first videos ever published on YouTube. It was in 2006, just 1 year after the YouTube platform was created. The video is a very short clip featuring a Rastafari man cooking by the fire. He's known as Rasta Moko, and he was destined to become one of the biggest YouTube stars in Jamaica.
Pure natural. Too big, but yeah, man.
The video hardly gained any views at the time, but one of those views came from a Canadian video maker, Matthew Panzer, who had an idea for a unique cooking show. It is this show that launched a chain of events that affected the community tourism industry in Jamaica and the lives of millions of people across the world. It made them question their lifestyle, their mindset and values, called out hypocrisy and fakeness, challenged social norms and standards, but more importantly, it made people fall in love with Jamaica, authentic and raw, uncensored, unfiltered, imperfect on purpose.
We have to drink beer, because having beer with no beer.
That's a good reason. That's maybe the best reason.
Yeah, man.
This is the story of one of the most influential shows about Jamaican culture ever produced. The full story of Ras Kitchen. So, how much do you make on YouTube? All right, so we're going to start with how much YouTubers make. Now, I know.
Gotta love Social Blade. It's so funny. It gives creator specifics, which other YouTubers grab onto. And it could be something as simple as like, this creator makes between $300,000 and $30,000 a year. You're like, yo, you might as well just say nothing, because that is making no sense.
How did you come up with this TV show idea? Because you wanted to pitch it to television. There was no YouTube back in the day.
I mean, there was YouTube, but at that time, I don't know if it was pre-monetization or I didn't even really know that it was a possible thing. I had pitch meetings at Food Network, another couple networks in Canada. I knew some producers that I was running it by. And most of the producers told me it was a bad idea.
Why?
And why?
Yeah.
It just didn't have appeal. Like, it wasn't good enough. I even had another idea for like a dog food cooking show, how to cook for your own dog.
Oh, jeez.
And they thought that one was a better idea than Rust's Kitchen.
How did this expansion happen so suddenly?
I'd improved a lot with the content. So I figured out how to make good hooks at the beginning of the video. I feel like my videography skills had improved. I had 7 years of sucking to get there. So there you go.
You see, most reality shows are not actually real. Many use actors and are often staged. But even when real people are involved, the scenes are usually scripted because without shaping a storyline, real life can be pretty boring. So the first thing that makes Rust's Kitchen so special is that it's not even partially scripted, and yet still engaging.
Rough, I'll carry this.
Matthew captured real life as it unfolded and then managed to put it into these stories with plot twists and action, often building tension and payoffs on the fly.
Let me try it.
No.
Just for a minute.
No, I don't want to carry it.
Remember how you didn't even want me to carry the machete and now
Carry the machete. Go on.
Look, my arm's still on. My leg's still on.
Go on.
Let me try.
No.
Come on.
This is not just about editing. It's writing a story in a visual format without a script. So the entire show is a mastery of improvisation.
I can see the porridge vibes now.
Yeah, live and direct, man. Alright, the third I look now.
Yeah.
You soon to explode, brother.
Explode? Should I stand back?
Stand back, stay back. Yeah. Boom!
Should I get my Do I need to get my glasses on? Safety glasses.
Basic glass.
Rastamoko is unique. Even within the Rastafari community in Jamaica, hardly any people live like him.
Very cool. Like a height.
It's his knowledge of plants and life experience, his skills as a professional chef, and of course it's his incredible charisma, the way he looks and talks, and his talent for coming up with these edgy lines, often very funny and witty.
All of this is a wish.
Ah.
But wish, they just vine, they just grow. I'm gonna die bush now, cut this. You see, a whole lot of stuff come out there, you know? White milk, that's why they call it cocky waist. Or penis waist.
Penis whisk?
Cocky.
Oh, dude.
But more importantly, it's the synergy with Matthew. The interaction between two cultures is the key element that made Rust's Kitchen so compelling.
Looks like an alien.
Yeah.
Sea monster.
Be able to say pepper pot too.
And then on top of that, we get the vibes. Create this totally hypnotic atmosphere when the audience is not just watching a video but feeling it as their own experience. It requires genuine passion, and that's something that cannot be learned or purchased. And that is the difference between a filmmaker passionate about his project and just a random guy on a yard with a good camera making YouTube vlogs. On the 4th of May 2023, a content creator who lives in the same community as Rastamoko publishes a personal vlog enjoying her time at the river. But then she meets Rastamoko and his guest along the road, and Rastamoko suddenly shares that Matthew is a scammer.
You can go ahead now, Mr. Moko.
I'm doing more video with Matthew, you know. I drive for me now. I'm a big thief, big time. A scammer, you know. How can I make channels? How can I make channels? I mean, I get 50%.
So somebody puts up a video on YouTube where Ross Moko is basically telling everyone that you are a scammer. You stole all his money, you paid him nothing, and so on. What? Why? What?
It's not just one person, you have to understand this.
No. That started with one person.
No. It started with one person posting a video, but the amount of people doing bad mind stuff and chatting about things they don't know about was multiple people. I'm not going to name them. Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But first,
Culture vulture. I mean, it's kind of a funny word.
cultural appropriation.
Ah, come on. Culture vulture is what the word is. Yeah, I mean, people will judge me sometimes because I'm not Jamaican, but I'm doing video on Jamaican culture.
Precisely.
But
I get that.
yeah, you get. I mean,
I get that too, all the
Sure.
time. So what would you tell them?
On the road of life, you know, sometimes it's rocky, y'all. Gotta keep on walking. Hold on. Yeah. On this road of life, which way you gonna turn? On the road of life, yeah. Which way are you going? On the road of life, you know. Live life and love life and live. Love is a something in life you have to give. Watch wrong with your man, I set your head like a sieve. You're too negative, time you get positive. Check out your vibe.